ahead and review the next two questions you just answered. Let's do step 1 and read question 5. Christensen decided to improve his interlocking plastic blocks because... Now that we've read the question, let's go ahead and move on to step 2 and circle our key words. My keywords here are improve, interlocking, plastic, and blocks. These are the words that I'm going to be looking at when I go back into the text. So let's go back into our text and see if we can find some of these keywords. Now, when we go back into the text and we're looking for keywords, we're not actually reading word for word. We are just simply looking over all of our text really quickly and seeing if we can find some of those words. Oh, I see the word inspired, but that's not improving. Let's see, we're gonna keep going. Oh, right here, interlocking plastic blocks. Those were 3 of our key words. Let's see if we can keep finding some more words. I see the word improved, which is really close to the word improving. So we have found our key words. Now we need to read around our key words to see if we can find information that will help us answer the question. So it says here, this helped him come up with the idea for interlocking plastic blocks that could be used to construct walls with staggered rows and window openings. These blocks would stick together, but not so tightly that they wouldn't come apart. In the beginning, these toys were not well liked by customers because they were used to metal or wooden toys. In 1958, the blocks were improved with hollow tubes. Eventually, Christensen's blocks, later named Legos, became a hit. So it sounds like he came up with an idea to make plastic blocks, but the customers didn't like them because they were made out of metal. They were used to metal and wooden toys. But he improved them again, and then they became a hit. So let's go back and look at our answer choices and see if we can find something that mentions him mentions the customers not liking them because they were used to wooden toys, and then them improving them, and they became a hit. So let's see. A, they were made of plastic and bricks. They weren't made of bricks, they were made of plastic though, so I don't know if this one's right, but we can keep it as an option. B, the windows on the block wouldn't open. Doesn't mention anything about the windows not opening. C, they were not brightly colored. It hasn't mentioned anything about the colors in the section we read. And D, customers were used to toys made of other materials. We did see that right here where it says in the beginning, these toys were not well liked by customers because they were used to metal or wooden toys. So it looks like our answer choice is D. Christensen decided to improve his interlocking plastic blocks because customers were used to toys made of other materials like wood and metal. Now let's do question 6. Remember, step 1 is to always read our question. In the selection, what does the word inspired mean? Let's circle our key word. Our key word here is the word inspired. So let's go back into the text and find our word in our selection here. It looks like inspired is right here, and they had made it super easy because it was already underlined for us. Now let's read around the section to try to see if we can figure out what inspired means. It was these small models of ladders and ironing boards that inspired him to make toys. So it looks like there were small models of ladders and ironing boards that inspired him to make toys. So small ladders and ironing boards led to him making toys. So we need to find a word that means inspired. So let's look at our answer choices. And another way we can do this is we can plug them in and see if they work. So let's look at the first one, brilliant. It was these small models of ladders and ironing boards that brilliant him to make toys. Does that make sense? Not quite. Let's try B, motivated. It was these small models of ladders and ironing boards that motivated him to make toys. That makes sense. And if we remember the rest of what the text is about, he kept improving his toys he made them better and kept improving them until they became successful. So motivated could be a good option, but let's look at all of our answer choices. C, bored? It was these small models of ladders and ironing boards that bored him to make toys. If someone is bored, do you think they're going to be making toys? I don't know if that's the right meaning of the word inspired. Now let's take a look at D, educated. It was these small models of ladders and ironing boards that educated him to make toys. Mm, it could be a good option if he learned to make toys after making these mini ladders and ironing boards, but I think the word motivated was a better answer choice because it when we say motivated, it means you want to do something. And so it looks like after making these mini versions of things he was doing before, it made him want to. He was motivated to make toys. So our answer choice is B, motivated.